Today's World Mental Health Day, and my whole platform is about mental health, and I love talking about mental health and hopefully improving people's mental health. And one of the things that is so frustrating about society, in my opinion, is that we are so conditioned to give the answer, I'm fine and I'm good, when someone asks how you're doing. So 9 times out of 10, I ask every single person when they come into their appointment, how are you doing today? And almost always they say, I'm fine or I'm good. And then they go on to explain in many ways how they're actually not fine and they're not good. And then it had me thinking, we just as a society are conditioned to have that superficial, hey, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Even if we're not. And, part of this, people don't want to feel like a burden. So if something really depressing or traumatic is going on, they don't want to be a burden to someone else. I think part of it is we don't know how to respond if someone gives that kind of, we unintentionally a lot of times give unhelpful responses or like minimizing or invalidating responses. And then another part of me feels like we're just so consumed with our own lives and our own emotions and things going on that we really aren't giving the space to our people in our community. And anytime we talk about suicide awareness, we always say start the conversation, but I don't think starting the conversation is enough. We need to be able to sit and have that authentic conversation with empathy and not just keep it at a superficial level, because it just leads to isolation, further stigma, lack of connection. So I make it a point to ask every single person in my appointment, and if they say I'm fine, I'm like, tell me about, like, what does fine mean? Because oftentimes they're not. And I feel like it does make a difference when you like probe and ask further, because people aren't conditioned to give their real answer what's going on in the beginning. So if that's one thing you do today, ask someone how they're doing and actually ask follow-up questions and make sure that what they're telling you is really how they feel, because it can make a big difference.